What's the first thing that buyers see when they're scrolling through Zillow like it's Tinder for houses? It's the front of your home. And in today's market, that first photo, that's your only chance to say, hey, I'm worth taking a closer look. And if your home looks tired or just blends in, forget it. They're already gone. No click, no showing, no sale. It's brutal, but it's the honest truth. And your home's first impression isn't made at an open house, it's made online on someone's screen. So, is your home making the cut? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make your home's curb appeal pop without draining your wallet, too. Because when your listing photo stops the scroll, it starts the offers. All right, first up, and I mean first, like do this before anything else, it's pressure washing. Y'all, if you haven't pulled out or rented one of these magical machines lately, I promise you, it's like waving a wand and erasing years of, oh, we meant to get around to that, away from your home, away from your sidewalk, and away from your driveway. Buyers notice grime. They may not consciously say, wow, that driveway looks discolored, but it registers. It makes a home feel tired. And to get top dollar, you do not want tired. Pressure washing is what I call a high ROI task. Return on impression. You don't need a contractor, a full weekend, or a YouTube degree to make this happen. Rent one for under 50 bucks, or better yet, borrow your neighbor's. Focus on the front walk, driveway, porch, siding, garage door, anything that buyers see in that first photo or when they pull up for a showing. And here's the part sellers don't always realize. Clean feels well maintained. You could have the most solid roof, HVAC, and plumbing in the neighborhood, but if your driveway looks like it's been through the apocalypse and the Moss Rebellion, buyers assume everything else needs work too. So yeah, pressure washing is basically the cheat code to saying this home's been loved and it's ready for you. And bonus, it's low effort, but feels weirdly satisfying, like visual therapy satisfying. Okay, now that you've pressure washed everything and your front yard isn't wearing a layer of dirt like it's sunscreen, let's talk about landscaping. And listen, I don't mean to go full HGTV makeover mode. You're not building a koi pond or terracing the lawn. We're talking simple, clean, and neat. That's the magic word, neat. Here's the reality. Most buyers are not landscape visionaries. If your yard looks overgrown, they don't see potential. They see weekend projects and Home Depot receipts. And in this market, nobody's looking to buy a to-do list. Start with the basics. Trim back the bushes, especially the ones that are trying to swallow your windows or make your front door look like it's a jungle portal. If it looks like it could trap an Amazon package, it's time for a haircut. Next, pull the weeds. Not just in the flower beds, but along the driveway, the sidewalk cracks, the front walk, and all those little spots buyers will notice, even if they don't realize it. It's like grooming. Messy hair might be fine, but clean lines show effort and care. And don't skip the grass. If it's patchy, feed it. If it's long, mow it. And if it's crispy and brown, water it like it owes you money. Buyers don't expect perfection, but they do expect presentable. The yard sets the tone. If it's messy, they start assuming the inside is too. And here's why this matters. A tidy yard makes the home feel move-in ready, like the sellers took care of it, like there won't be surprises hiding behind the walls or under the floors. It builds trust before they even opened the door, and trust, it sells houses. So no, you don't need a landscape designer or a new sprinkler system. You just need to put on your buyer goggles and make the front look like it says, we love this house and you will too. Coming up, let's talk about one of the cheapest upgrades with the biggest visual pops. But first, do yourself a favor and grab my free seller playbook. It's full of real-world tips just like this to help you prep smart, sell fast, and avoid wasting time or money. Head to gahomehub.com or click the link in the description. Totally free, super helpful, and built for sellers who want to do this right. All right, you've cleaned up the grime, You've shaped up the landscaping. Now it's time to add the cherry on top: color, contrast, and clean lines. And the easiest, fastest way to do that? Fresh mulch. I know it doesn't sound like much, but go drop 20 bucks on 5 to 10 bags of mulch and spread that stuff around your flower beds, your tree bases, along the walkway, and you'll feel like you just gave your yard a makeover. That's why it works. Mulch adds color: rich browns, jet blacks, even red tones, which are super popular down here in the South, and it instantly defines your landscaping. It says someone's keeping this yard tight. It frames the greenery, it covers the ugly soil patches, and just makes everything look finished. It's like eyeliner for your yard. That little detail pulls it all together. And the best part is it's cheap, like $2 to $4 a bag cheap. If you want to save even more money, your county might even offer it for free. So check your local dump or city website because they're usually just trying to get rid of that stuff. Now, if you're feeling a little fancy or your home leads more towards modern or minimal, rock beds, gravel, decorative stone, whatever you call it, it's the upscale cousin of mulch. It gives that clean, intentional look that buyers notice, especially when they're the kind who've been watching a lot of HGTV. So, why upgrade? Gravel doesn't fade, it doesn't break down, and it doesn't need to be replaced every season. If your buyers are busy professionals or parents, which let's be honest, most of them are, low maintenance landscaping is a big win. It feels high end without being high effort. Now, don't overthink it. You don't need to dig trenches and start from scratch. Just clear the dead stuff, lay a weed barrier, and toss the rock in beds or edges that already exist. Clean borders, clean lines, instant visual upgrade. So, whether it's mulch or gravel, the goal is the same: make your yard pop in photos and show buyers this home has been loved and not left. Because when someone scrolling Zillow and that front photo shows clean landscaping and fresh mulch or rock beds, that gets clicks. And clicks lead to showings, and showings lead to offers. And that's the whole point, right? Up next, you've cleaned everything, shaped up the landscaping, added the mulch or gravel for visual pop. Now all eyes are landing in one place: the front door. And if that door's faded, scratched, or dull, womp womp, big missed opportunity. Here's the truth: your front door, it's not just how people enter your house, it's how buyers remember it. And when they're swiping through 47 other listings that all kind of blend together in a blur of brick and tan siding, a bold, well chosen front door makes them stop. Think of it like a headline: red, navy, forest green, even black. It adds contrast, it adds style, and it says, hey, this house has personality. Someone's paying attention here. And that detail matters because buyers may not notice your freshly painted eaves or your lovingly trimmed shrubs, but they'll 100% remember the house with the navy blue door and gold hardware. That's branding, baby. And let's be real, we're talking about $15 to $30 for a quart of paint and one Saturday afternoon. Maybe two coats if you're feeling fancy. Pair it with a cleaned up welcome mat, maybe swap out the house numbers or add a plant by the door. You just created a whole vibe. Here's what happens next. That listing photo, the one Zillow uses as the thumbnail, it now has a clear focal point. Your door pulls the eyes in, invites people to imagine walking in, and makes them want to click. Again, no click equals no showing, which equals no sale. You want their thumb to stop scrolling. And if you're worried about picking the wrong color, don't. There are dozens of online guides, or just look at what's trending in your area. But a clean, modern pop of color will always beat faded and forgettable. All right, let's land this plane. And yep, we're ending on the mailbox. Not exactly HGTV glamorous, but hear me out. Your mailbox is your real life first impression. Why? Because this is where buyers are looking for your address when they pull up for a showing. It's literally the thing guiding them to your door, and it tells them what kind of care they can expect before they even hit the driveway. Now, let's say the yard looks great. The mulch is fresh, the front door is on point in the photos, but the mailbox, as soon as they pull up, it's faded, rusted, and leaning like it partied too hard in 2008. That's not charm, that's a vibe killer. It undoes all that great first impression work that you built so hard for. But here's the good news, it's an easy fix. Hit it with a coat of gloss black spray paint, swap out the numbers, or replace it entirely with something sleek and modern from Home Depot for under 60 bucks. Boom. Now you're not just selling a house, you're telling buyers we didn't miss a thing. And that's what makes buyers fall in love before they even walk in. They don't want another project. They want confidence. They want peace of mind, and details like the mailbox. That's what makes your home feel like a sure thing in a sea of maybes. If you want more smart, practical ways to make your home stand out and sell faster without spending a fortune, I put it all in one place. Head over to gahomehub.com or click on the link in the description and download your free seller playbook. I made it for homeowners just like you, people who care about doing things right and want real results. So if you're serious about selling, don't just wing it, get the playbook, make confident moves, and let's make that first impression count. I'm Ben Dings, and I'll see you next time.